Centrobasket U17 Championship. The final game on match day 2 features the Dominican Republic taking on the host Mexico. Thanks for joining us wherever you're watching, however you're doing so. I'm Carlin Gay. Hope you enjoy tonight's action. If you've made it 4 for 4, watching all 4 games, pat yourself on the back. A thrilling day of basketball that have seen some exciting finishes and some exciting games throughout the day. Group A action earlier on today started off Panama defeating Aruba 108-48. And in Group B action, it was Jamaica defeating El Salvador 95-78. Jamaica getting their first win in Group B. They are destined for second spot. The winner of this game will take the first spot in Group B action. On the other side, in Group A, Puerto Rico leads the standings at 2-0. Panama and Costa Rica tied at 1-1. They play each other tomorrow. Well, it's been quite a history for these two teams playing each other in youth events. They've played 8 times, with the Dominican Republic really dominating the season series. To take a look at head coach Moreno for Mexico. Dominican Republic are 7-1 in 8 youth event head-to-head matchups between these two countries. The one loss, however, came at the hands of Mexico in the 2019 U17 Centrobasket Championship, where Mexico won 83-79 in the group phase. Can Mexico make it 2 in a row? They are the defending champions from that U17 Centrobasket event in 2019. Dominican Republic trying to knock them off here and take top spot in Group B. Dominican Republic in the home white, Mexico in the road green, and off we go here from Mexicali, Mexico. It will be Dominican basketball going from left to right on your screen. And quickly a turnover. Turned over right back, and there's a layup inside for Mohammed, the point guard for the Dominican Republic. We'll see some pressure defense shown from the DR right off the tip. We won't waste time with that. They were very successful in forcing El Salvador into plenty turnovers early on in the game, and there's a follow by Dominguez, his first 2. Tying the game at 2. On the other end, Mexico got off to a quick start against Jamaica, starting off the game on a 9-0 run. So both teams will look to start fast as Mohammed tees up a 3, in and out. That's gobbled up easily by Camacho. The home crowd in favor of the host nation. They were instrumental in the victory against Jamaica yesterday. There's Valdez. Fired it over the head of Dominguez. That goes out of bounds. We'll go the other way. The opening seconds or opening minutes in the first quarter, you always see some nerves at this level, U17 level. Especially with a crowd in the building. As you can hear, they're making a ton of noise in this arena. Good defense there by Valdez, coming up with the rejection. Score still tied at 2. Cordova. He was looking for Dominguez, and that goes out of bounds. Another turnover here. Both teams trying to find their footing here with 8:05 to play in the first. There's Mohammed dancing with the ball. Strong drive inside, offensive rebound, put back. Attempt by Daniel, and he'll go to the line. Daniel, 17 years of age, standing 6'9". A lot of size for this Dominican Republic team, a lot of size and length. In the game against Jamaica, Daniel was able to pull down 9 rebounds. Only had 3 points in the game, but 9 rebounds, 2 assists. And he went 50% from the foul line. He went 50% on his trip there, going 1 of 2 from the line to give the DR a 1-point lead. Camacho wanting a foul there, looking at the referee saying, I got bumped. Here he is on the drive. Good Mexico clear. Heavy screen there by Daza. Dominguez inside, rejected by Daniel. 2-1 on opportunity for the Dominican Republic, and the Euro step there by Wilbert Burgos, sorry. 5-2 the score. Squirted through a couple of players, goes out of bounds. They'll stay on this side. Mexico with 8 on the shot clock to work with. Tough feed and a bucket inside. Daza getting his first 2 of the night. Eduardo Daza had 9 points. 7 rebounds against Jamaica. That jump shot no good. Alcantara fighting for it. He saved it, but tapped it to the opposition. Camacho for his first 3. No good. Offensive rebound, Mexico. A 3 on the way and knocked down. That's number 11, Valdez, knocking down a triple. Victor Valdez, the captain of this team, knocking down his first 3. He had 14 points in the win against Jamaica. Here's Valdez. And he's going to get called. One referee said foul, another referee said travel. We'll see what the call is here. And it's going to be traveling. So a turnover for Victor Valdez. Maybe doing a little too much there inside the paint, surrounded by defenders. Much slower pace to yesterday's game for the Dominican Republic here. They wanted to get out and run against El Salvador, feeling like they could outscore them with ease. Offensive foul there, no basket. Burgos picking up his foul there. It was Valdez stepping in there to take the charge. There's Valdez initiating the offense. Valdez will take the 3. Knocks it down. So the captain getting things going here for Mexico now. A 5-point lead. Almost an over and back there. As Mohamed was right close to the timeline when he stepped around that screen. This is Daniel. His shot no good, and then he went over the back trying to chase down the rebound, and he picks up a foul. So miscommunication now happening for the Dominican Republic. Will lead to a sub for their head coach, Jose Cabrera. Alcantara will sub out of the game. Liberato will check into the game for the Dominican Republic, number 10 in white. Baseline drive. That ball last touched by Mexico will go the other way. 4:33 remaining in the first quarter. Second game for these two teams in this tournament. Mexico defeating Jamaica yesterday 117-67. And the Dominican Republic blowing out El Salvador 114-58. The winner of this game will move to the top of Group B at 2-0. Dominican Republic will see Jamaica tomorrow, and Mexico will see El Salvador. Most people will expect Mexico to defeat El Salvador. Dominican Republic game could be for either first place in the group or second place. Danielle missing that one. Another turnover here for Mexico. You see the turnovers now mounting up for Mexico. 6 of them here in the first period. Munoz, his first shot is no good. And rebound cleared. Camacho in the front court. Valdez for 3. No good. And Daniel will clear. Edwin Daniel showing the handle at 6'9". Gave it up and galloping it inside. And a layup. Liberato, his first bucket of the night. Liberato had 16 points in the win over El Salvador yesterday. Came off the bench and played really well for Coach Cabrera. The drive and the foul there as Camacho will go to the line for 2 free throws. Diaz checking into the game, number 12 in white for the Dominican Republic. And Victor Valdez will sit for Mexico. Replacing him is Guerrero, number 14 in white. Check that, number 14 in green, in the road green for Mexico. First free throw is good from Camacho, so is the second. And that gives Mexico a 5-point lead. More substitutions here for Mexico as they go into their bench here early in the first quarter. Villarreal will sub into the game for the host nation. Galicia was trying to drive in there. He's fouled. I believe the foul call was on Camacho. We'll find out here in a second. I'll call it on Guerrero. Three splashed in by Galicia. That reduces the Mexican lead to 2 with 2:33 remaining in the first period. Nice cut, Camacho, and he cleans it off the glass. It was a good screen, and Camacho used it well on the backdoor cut find himself open in the paint for an easy 2. Munoz. Nice slip pass inside to Liberato, and he puts it up and in. Starting to see some flow now offensively for both these teams. And the trapping defense for the Dominican Republic showing up now as Daza was fouled. The foul is on Munoz. Camacho using the sky hook inside. That's the second time he made a nice cut to get in the paint and made the Dominican defense pay by using his size. Garcia with the floater and the foul. Garcia already eclipsing his point total from yesterday's game. He had 4 points in the win over El Salvador, already with 6 points tonight. And it's a 1-point game once again. And an intentional foul behind the play, away from the basketball. An intentional foul call, just a double foul call. So it will remain on this side, Mexico basketball with 20 on the shot clock. Daza and Liberato were the ones who picked up the double foul. And then now Dominican Republic are in the penalty as Villarreal will go to the line for 2 free throws. Diaz picking up the foul that time. So Raul Villarreal will toe the line for 2 free throws. He did not score yesterday, despite playing 10 minutes. So those are his, I should say, that is his first point here in Mexicali. He makes it 2 for 2 from the line. Coach Moreno not afraid to use his bench. A lot of subs in and out for Mexico, getting fresh bodies in. And they look to put on some pressure now in the backcourt for the Dominican Republic with that trapping full court defense. Diaz tight roping the baseline, kept it in. Garcia crossing over, step back 3. And he's fouled on the 3-point attempt, so he'll go to the line for 3 foul shots. And these 3 foul shots could tie the game. First free throw falls for Garcia. One thing that's a strength for this Dominican Republic team is their guard play. They got a ton of guards they can roll out. Munoz, Garcia, Navar, who we have not seen yet, Ahmed, Diaz as well. Ton of guards with size and length that could cause a lot of problems for these teams here in Mexicali. This is Lopez. 5 to shoot. Villarreal looking for help. Finds it in Valdez. He puts it up. Can't get it to go. Look to follow his miss. And he gets it back for his squad. Valdez did and fed it to Daza, who kissed it off the glass and in. Don't know why Dominican Republic were looking to rush there. Maybe trying to catch Mexico sleeping on the transition. They were lucky to get the ball back. They say the last touched by Mexico. So it's Dominican basketball, 19 on the shot clock. Here's a replay of that last possession. Bodies crashing to the floor there. I'm surprised there wasn't a foul call. Liberato. Can't get it to go over the tall trees. Good defense there by Mexico, using their size to prevent that look. Valdez almost traveled. Here's Lopez. Looking for help now. Screen and roll. Valdez. Good patience by Valdez. Probably should have shot it, but passed it off unselfishly. And Dominguez with the floater in the lane. A steal there. Valdez now. Nice feed inside as Dominguez running the floor was rewarded by the scoop pass, and that's how we'll end the first quarter. So good momentum there by Mexico to close out the quarter. They lead 24-18 after the first 10 minutes of play here in Mexicali. From 2, 50% from three-point range, and perfect from the foul line. Rebounds in favor of Mexico. Ball movement is there for Mexico as well. 9 assists on their 24 points. And here are the top scorers. Camacho leading the way. Valdez, Dominguez. Balanced scoring across the board for Mexico. Galicia with 9 points off the bench for the Dominican Republic. We'll leave you with some of the first half highlights, first quarter highlights. And be back with more. You're watching the 2021 Centrobasket U17 Championship from Mexicali, Mexico. Well, a good start to this one, a battle for first place in Group B between Mexico and the Dominican Republic. Mexico wearing the road green, Dominican Republic wearing the home white. Carlin Gay on the call. Thanks for joining us wherever you are, however you're doing so. 2021 Centrobasket U17 Championship. 8 teams here in Mexicali, Mexico. The top 3 teams will punch their ticket to the U18 America's Championship in 2022. That tournament will be played or scheduled right now for June as Guerrero with the floater. There is no host for that event yet, but the 8 teams here on hand in Mexicali are focused on just standing on the podium and punching their ticket, getting set. The last time we had this tournament in Puerto Rico in 2019, it was Mexico coming away with gold. They would love to make it 2 in a row, and especially win one at home. Puerto Ricans on the other end, they're now 2-0 in the tournament so far, and they are atop of Group A. They would love to have revenge after losing a home final in 2019. They would love to see Mexico in the finals. That'll be the only time those two teams will meet, is if they both get to the finals, as they're in different groups right now. Ball goes out of bounds there. 26-20 your score in favor of Mexico. Possession stays right here with the Dominican Republic. Three on the way, Alcantara. Knocking down the triple on the flat-footed jump shot, and that leads to a timeout. As the Dominican Republic on a quick 5-2 run to start the second quarter. 8:35 to play in the second quarter. Mexico up 26-23 over the Dominican Republic. Some of the highlights from the first quarter and a little bit of the second quarter here in this one. It's been a tight battle so far. Both these teams wanting to start quickly. Early lead against El Salvador. Never really looked back in that one. And they use this trapping pressure defense to get El Salvador off balance, and it looks like they're going to try to do that against Mexico here tonight. Guerrero will get charged with a turnover there. See if the Dominican Republic could take advantage of that turnover. Daniel. Nice pivot inside, and he was hammered by Valdez. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. So Edwin Daniel Linares at the line to take 2 free throws. First one no good. Second one does not fall either. They struggled from the line yesterday against Jamaica only, or rather El Salvador, only hitting 50% of his foul shots. 0 for 2 from the line that time. Ball squirts out of bounds. Navar on the turnover. Let's see if Mexico can attack this pressure defense a little better than they did last time. Lopez goes down low in the block to Dominguez, and he throws it away. Alcantara coming up with the steal there. Dominican Republic could tie with a 3. There's a foul there instead on, as Jimenez was trying to drive there. That's the second team foul on Mexico. So pretty clean quarter thus far. Dominican Republic don't have a foul on their side. Alcantara. Daniel with the hook shot hits the side of the backboard, and that goes out of bounds. Lopez rejected by Daniel. The floater for Muhammad falls for the Dominican Republic. And the Dominican Republic starting to turn up the pressure defensively, and they're finding themselves back in this game as Valdez driving, putting an end to that run. Before that bucket, Dominican Republic were on a 7-2 run to start this second quarter. Valdez, the captain, showing his leadership, getting a basket there. Another turnover. Lopez. Tough layup. Just like that, back to a 5-point lead. Muhammad for three, left it short. Tried to follow his own miss. Mexico with a chance to run. Valdez was fouled by Jimenez. Brian Martinez, number 8 for Mexico, checking into the game. Santiago Camacho back into the game, number 7 for Mexico. Lopez and Guerrero will sit. And Burgos will check into the game for the Dominican Republic. Galicia will sit for the DR. Valdez, no look pass to the corner. And it's Camacho with a three. So the Dominican Republic started this quarter on a 7-2 run since it's been a 7-0 run for Mexico. And they layup is not there, and Daniel will clear. There's Ocampo, just missed the layup. His first shot of the game. Trying to warm up. He had a pretty good game last night against Jamaica. Finished with 12 points in the win. Daniel wants it at the top of the key. Galicia. Diaz for three. No good, but there's a foul, and it's going to be against the Dominican Republic. It's only the second team foul for them, so they're not in jeopardy of getting into the penalty yet. It's Liberato picking up the foul. Valdez. Good hesitation. Nice move to get inside. Couldn't make the layup, but it was cleaned up by Dominguez. Points in the paint, 20-12 in favor of Mexico. That gives them a 10-point lead. Daniel's three, no good. And Camacho says, hey, let's slow it down a little bit. No need to rush. Getting looks, getting good shots anytime we run our offense. Mexico doing just that. Valdez. Three on the way, no good there from Martinez. And Dominican Republic clear. Oh! Counted, and the foul. Galicia took the hit, hung in the air, kissed it off the glass, and he'll go to the line for one more. And that leads to a timeout. 35-27 your score in favor of Mexico. 4:16 to play in the second quarter. So at the timeout, it will be a free throw for Junior Galicia. You saw the replay during that timeout of his gorgeous move and finish with contact, just hanging in the air and able to kiss it off the glass. It was pretty. He'll try to make it the old-fashioned three-point play and does. 35-28 your score. Dominican Republic trying to chip away at the Mexico lead, and they'll fall back into a little bit of a zone. Valdez, Martinez. Drive there and fouled. Ocampo will go to the line for 2 shots. Jimenez picks up the foul there, as Ocampo puts down the first. That was the 13th foul for the Dominican Republic here. Ocampo makes them pay with 2 free throws. Lead back to 9. Galicia. Ball movement there. Alcantara can't convert on the layup. Valdez, 10 to shoot, crossing over. Nice pass, and finish there by Ocampo. But that was all Valdez creating and finding Ocampo for an easy 2. 11-point lead with 3:20 remaining in the first half. Good drive there by Burgos, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw, no good. Burgos goes 1 of 2 from the line. Back to a 10-point lead. Martinez directing traffic, finds Valdez. Dominguez using the screen, and then Valdez lays it up and in. Victor Valdez, the captain, playing really well for Mexico. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Galicia responds with a jump shot there. Martinez, quick trigger. Can't get it to fall, and Diaz clears. Tough layup there. Jimenez off the feed from Alcantara. And that leads to another timeout. 41-33 remaining in the second quarter. Check that, 41-33 is your score. 2:28 remaining in the second quarter. Timeout, Mexico. .226 remaining in the second quarter. 41-33 your score in favor of Mexico. Pressure being shown now by the Dominican Republic as they look to try and close out this half with some momentum. Mexico in the penalty. Dominican Republic with just 3 team fouls here in this quarter. The pressure defense shown, 10 on the shot clock for Mexico to work with. Valdez. Camacho for 3 as the shot clock expires. Camacho coming off a 16-point night against Jamaica. Knocking down a triple to extend the lead to 11. Camacho already with 9 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal here. Nice feed. Good job running the floor, and Camacho with back-to-back baskets leads to another timeout for the Dominican Republic. Head coach Cabrera feeling like he doesn't want his team to go down with a big hole to climb out of going into halftime. With a minute 39, these are important minutes in these tournaments. There's the Camacho 3. He's found his spots on the corners. And credit Valdez for finding him. Dominguez has been great on the offensive board. You saw him there. And then nice feed by Valdez finding Ocampo for the dunk. Galicia on the other end has been the offensive spark plug, and Jimenez finishing a tough layup there that time. And that's the basket that led to the timeout. A 13-point lead for Mexico. Again, a minute 39 to play in this half. You want to go into halftime with momentum if you're the Dominican Republic. And that was a great timeout, in my opinion, from Coach Cabrera. No point in taking the timeouts with you to the locker room. If you don't use them now, you lose them. Refocus his team. Make sure that they don't go down with a large deficit heading into halftime. Alcantara breaks the pressure. Munoz back into the game for the Dominican Republic. Alcantara goes baseline. Oh, rejected. Great block by Valdez. And look out, Valdez is picking up the offensive foul instead. using the off arm. They say he pushed off. Valdez is saying, I was being grabbed. What am I supposed to do? So he used his arm to push off. The referee having none of it. And we play on with Munoz in the front court. Galicia. Alcantara driving inside, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. First free throw, no good by Alcantara. He splits the pair, knocking down the second of 2. And that's a positive for the Dominican Republic because the ball goes through the hoop and forces Mexico to inbound, and Dominican Republic can now set up their pressure defense. Look for them to trap when they have the opportunity. Good press break there by Mexico. Camacho. Pull-up jump shot knocked down there by Guerrero, using the glass. Mexico pouring it on now, 14-point lead, 35 seconds remaining in the half. Galicia looking for help. Mohamed. Forced up a shot. That's no good. Shot clock turned off. Mexico could hold for the last look here. So Key from the corner, and he knocks down a triple. You have to be careful with that young man if you're the Dominican Republic. He had 12 points yesterday, most of them coming from beyond the arc. Galicia, his shot no good. And Diaz's look won't count as it came after the buzzer. Halftime here in Mexicali. Mexico putting on a show in that second quarter, winning that quarter 27-16, and they lead overall 51-34 at the half. Take a look at the shooting percentages. Mexico really feeling it from behind the arc. 5 3-pointers, 9 attempts for 56%. They haven't missed a free throw yet. And they're moving the ball well. 17 assists on their 51 points. Just a dangerous team. Balanced scoring across the board. Camacho, the leading scorer, with 14. Galicia matching him with 14 for the Dominican Republic. Valdez playing well as well. Stuffing the stat sheet. He has 10 points. Triple-double night. Victor Valdez has 4 rebounds, 5 assists so far. The foul trouble is something to keep an eye on for him, however. He has 2 fouls. We'll leave you with some of the highlights here from the first half and be back with more. You're watching the 2021 Centrobasket U17 Championship from Mexicali, Mexico. Mexico leads at the half, 51-34 over the Dominican Republic. All right, back we are here in beautiful Mexicali, Mexico, the 2021 Centrobasket U17 Championship. Game day 2. The last game of the day between the host Mexico and the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic in the home white, Mexico in the road green. It's Mexico in front, 51-34. Carlin Gay on hand. Thanks for joining us wherever you are, however you're doing so. Hope you're enjoying U17 Centrobasket action. Of course, we have game day 3 for you tomorrow, which will feature a ton of great games. And we've already seen a handful of good games on game day 2. Earlier today, we saw Puerto Rico defeat Costa Rica 95-60. Panama defeating Aruba 108-48. And Jamaica beating El Salvador 95-78. Before this game tonight, Mejia with the layup there. (51-36). That's going to be an offensive foul on Daza. Galicia taking the hard hit there on the offensive foul. Beating El Salvador, Jamaica losing to Mexico yesterday. And in our earlier game, as I said before, it was Jamaica defeating El Salvador. So at 1-1, Jamaica currently sits at the top of Group B, but they'll be passed by the winner of this game, who will be 2-0. Daniel got fouled on the pass. I don't think they'll call it on the shot. He's lining up at the free throw line saying that he should get some free throws, but referee overruled him. It was on the pass. He was not attempting a shot. So it's Dominican ball with 14 to shoot on the shot clock. It's Mohammed crossing over. Liberato for 3. Left it way short. He had to take a shot there as the shot clock was winding down, so he had to put it up. But couldn't draw iron, and it goes out of bounds. Here's Camacho. He has 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Cordova. Valdez. Looking for help now. Cordova. Using the Daza screen. Great screen and roll. Nice extra pass. Oh, the rejection by Daniel. And then flicks it up. Mejia with the layup. Another turnover. This is Mohammed now in the front court for Dominican Republic. He'll pull for 2, in and out. Camacho says, let's slow things down a little bit here. Getting a little too frantic. Don't want to let them all the way back in the game. Camacho pulling up for 2. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Inside was Dominguez. He couldn't get it to fall, but he'll go to the line for 2 shots as he was fouled. So Jorge Dominguez knocks down both free throws. He had 11 points yesterday in the win against Jamaica. You see the free throw numbers for Mexico. They've only missed 1 free throw tonight. Dominguez has 9.6 rebounds in 20 minutes so far this evening. Daniel with a tough move inside, got his own, and then finally fouled by Cordova. It's on the baseline. It's not going to be a shooting foul. Daniel once again standing at the foul line expecting to get free throws. It's going to be out of bounds here. Here is the play. You decide at home whether or not he was in shooting motion. We couldn't finish the replay as live action started back. The referee decided he was not in the shooting motion. And we play on. Muhammad thought about the three. A battle for it on the ground. Cordova, good defense by Cordova. And the jump ball is called, and it will be possession arrow in favor of Mexico. Muhammad probably should have shot the three. He thought about it, but didn't pull the trigger on the triple. Here's the replay. Look at Cordova moving his feet, getting his hands in there. A lot of ball, no foul should have been called. That's great defense by the youngster. 52-38, 6:55 to play in the third period. The defending champions, the U17 Centrobasket, up. And that's so key with the three, no good. Daniel with another block. He's using his length well here tonight. And a foul is called on Ocampo. Six blocks so far for Edwin. There, couldn't fall. Camacho will lead the other way. Soki lays it up and in. Soki did a good job of running the floor there, making himself available for a pass. And Camacho found him. That was a great pass. A three on the way, no good there by Mejia. Soki faked the three, dished it inside, and Mexico really starting to flex now as Dominguez with the layup. .56-38, your score. Jimenez behind the back pass. Galicia can't hit the three. And rebound cleared by Valdez. Oh, crossover Valdez. Oh, what a move. Maybe a little too much. As he hits the bottom of the net, trying to get the reverse. He thought he was fouled, says he was fouled. The referee did not blow the whistle for that. Valdez still having a great night. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Alcantara. Stolen away by Valdez. Great bounce pass. Dominguez. Nice up fake. Count it. And the foul. That is excellent patience by Jorge Dominguez. He could have went up the first time, waited for the defender to fly by with the up fake, and then took the contact and finishing off glass. Here it is. The strength to finish, using his size that time. And he was able to kiss it home. Dominguez with 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. And it led to a timeout for the Dominican Republic. Danger zone for the Dominican Republic as they are down by 20 here in the third quarter. 5:05 to play. Well, there's the Soki drive and the pass to Dominguez. Saw the acrobatic layup for him there. And then here is the and-one opportunity for the young man. Did a good job of keeping his pivot foot down. The left foot looked like momentum would force him to drag that, and that would have been a travel, but he was able to keep it down and use the up fake smartly to get the defender up in the air and the strength to finish with the layup and contact. It's been tough sledding so far for the Dominican Republic. Anytime they drive, you see bodies and big ones in front of them to try and prevent shots at the rim just like that. And that's why they are down 58-38. But still plenty of time left in this game for them to chip away at this lead. What they'll want to do is over the next 5 minutes try to get this lead to 10 or less as they head into the fourth quarter. Make it manageable. So Dominguez on the and one opportunity. Only one free throw coming here. He missed it. Let's see what the DR come out of the timeout with. Jimenez. Daniel. Driving baseline. Oh, what a move! Edwin Daniel. Linares with a gorgeous move. And then on the other end, Camacho giving no one any time to celebrate with the nice layup. Back to a 20-point lead. Alcantara kicks to the corner. Good jab step there. And once again, you see the size of Mexico protecting the rim. They're not even leaving their feet. That's a travel. Valdez got caught there in the wrong area of the floor. But the big bodies for Mexico aren't even leaving their feet to block shots, really. They're just standing their ground and putting their hands up, and the guards from the Dominican Republic. Luis Diaz checking into the game. Alcantara will sit. Munoz also into the game. Here he is on the ball for the Dominican Republic. Liberato will sit for a little while. Here's Munoz. Daniel. Galacia's three is no good. Cleared away by Soki. Dominguez on the block. Valdez showed the up fake. Valdez, nice move. Victor Valdez having himself a great night. 12 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Definitely on triple-double alert. Jimenez. Munoz for three. Indeed, knocks it down. Well, if you leave him open, he's going to make you pay, and that was a good drive and fine by Galicia. Ocampo looking for help now. Finds it in Dominguez. Valdez 5 to shoot. You'll have to pull the trigger. Good block. Another block by Daniel. Daniel leading the charge, spinning in the air, and he got fouled while he was trying to pass it off. Doesn't matter anyway because Mexico now goes into the penalty. So regardless of whether or not, and the referees thought it was a pass, but they're in the bonus, so we'll have 2 shots. So Edwin Daniel Linares having a great defensive performance tonight. Just challenging and blocking multiple shots at the rim. He has 7 blocks so far on the evening. Free throw line is where it has been an adventure for him. He just doesn't feel comfortable at the foul line. And Missed another free throw tonight. Second one falls. 62-44. Plenty of time for the Dominican Republic to chip away at this lead. So Key. Valdez. Nice pass. Camacho for three, no good. Boy, Valdez showing you all the tricks in his bag. He can score, he can find, he can play make. He's rebounding at a high clip. And then blocking shots on the other end. Nice rejection. Valdez in the corner. Thought about the three, now takes his time. So Key doesn't think about it. He fires away, can't hit. And another rebound there by Daniel. Daniel has 15 rebounds in the game. That three-pointer from Diaz is no good. Macho. Dominguez. Valdez. Just get it in the hands of Valdez. He'll make a good decision just like that. A pick and roll two-man game between Dominguez and Valdez is dangerous. And you saw exactly why. They're so efficient in that set. Give Valdez another assist. That ball last touched by Valdez. It'll stay here. Dominican basketball with 12 on the shot clock, a minute 02 remaining in the period. Ocampo will leave the game. Much deserved rest. Villarreal will check in number 6 in green for Mexico. So Key threw it away. Jimenez with a head of steam. Jimenez is fouled, and he'll go to the line for two. Well, it's one thing to get to the line, another thing to convert while you're there. The Dominican Republic are going to get opportunities at the foul line to score while the clock is stopped. They should definitely take them. They are 9 of 15 from the foul line right now. Valdez with a little swipe down. He was doing a good job of trying to guard. But the swipe down is what the referees called. As Jimenez knocks down the first free throw. Going 1 of 2 from the line is Jimenez. Another steal, another turnover here late in this quarter. But good hustle there by Camacho, bothering that shot by Batista. Batista upset with himself that he missed that foul. That easy two, it looked like. Batista inside. He gets fouled and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Well, Batista wanted the original layup. It was good hustle there by Camacho to prevent him from having an easy time just galloping in after the steal. It's the first minutes we've seen from Batista. He's been sitting on the bench the entire game and now checking into the game late in the third quarter. He had 14 points in the win over El Salvador. Just 10 minutes of play, so he is a guy that can score in bunches for the Dominican Republic. Makes the first free throw. Second one is good as well. is why Batista's in the game, providing some pressure defense. Camacho at the buzzer, no good, and that's how we'll end the third quarter. Well, Mexico didn't quite score as much as they did in the previous two quarters in that third period, just 13 points, but they take a 64-49 lead into the final frame. Here are the shooting percentages from the first 30 minutes of play. Rebounds favoring Mexico, assists as well. We'll take you to the highlight reel from the first three quarters of this game. 64-49, Mexico in the lead. If they win this game, they will be at the top of Group B. And a big game coming up tomorrow will be between the Dominican Republic and Jamaica. The winner of that one looks like will secure second place in Group B and their spot in the knockout stage, the semifinals, for this 2021 version of Centrobasket U17 Championship. Other scores around the championship week. It was Puerto Rico over Costa Rica, 95-60. It was Panama defeating Aruba, 108-48. So in Group A, as it sits right now, you have Puerto Rico in front at 2-0. Panama and Costa Rica both at 1-1. Panama and Costa Rica will play tomorrow, the first game of the day on game day 3 at 11 a.m. local time. And the winner there will move on to the bracket stage, to the knockout stage and the semifinals, which will be played on Saturday. In Group B, we saw Jamaica defeat El Salvador 95-78. And right now you're watching the final quarter of Mexico and the Dominican Republic. The winner of this game will move to first place in Group B as another turnover for Munoz picked up the offensive foul. Camacho. Campo. This is Valdez. Nice pass inside to Campo. Couldn't finish on the layup. And the Dominican Republic with a chance to run. Jimenez. Batista. Diaz forced it up, and he did get fouled, so he'll go to the line for 2 shots. There's a replay of Diaz. Don't know how he got through, but you can see how many bodies Mexico has in the lane protecting the rim. And once again, if they don't swipe down, they're in a good position to be able to alter shots. They've done that all night long. So here's Diaz with the free throw. His first attempt is good. Diaz going 1 of 2 from the line that time. Ocampo. Valdez. Driving. Now looking for help. Valdez tried to spin it in. He got fouled, and he'll go to the line. Just love the pace this guy plays with. And he has a high understanding of really when to get his team involved, when he can find his own shot. He's been in complete control of this game, and he's working on a triple-double. His first free throw here is no good. Second throw is good. Back to a 15-point spread for Mexico. Give Valdez 13 points on the night, 8 rebounds. Check that, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Batista. I don't know how he got that pass in, but he did. And Liberato kissed it off the glass and in. Many probably wondering why Batista wasn't playing earlier in the game. He's brought some energy to this Dominican Republic team after checking in late in the third quarter. Valdez is blocked by Diaz. Loose ball picked up by Camacho. He can't hit. And all alone is Jimenez, who lays it in. Don't look now. If Mexico gets sloppy, that will allow the Dominican Republic to get back in this game. Camacho, strong move. It always feels like every time the Dominican Republic go on a run, Mexico takes some time and runs a set where they're going to get a good look, and they convert. That was Diaz who missed a 3 that time. Camacho, offensive foul, slapping the face of Batista. Juan Batista just having a great game so far. You saw it on that replay. Just his left hand wasn't on purpose, but it did catch Batista in a good spot on the mouth. Hopefully he's okay. The game's not out of reach for the Dominican Republic here. There's plenty of time in it. As Batista now on the baseline. He'll force up a shot and hit. Juan Batista with some energy inserted into the game. He's been a spark plug for the Dominican Republic. Valdez. No look pass. Ocampo with the finish. Here's Batista. Back to Alcantara. And he missed a layup attempt. Batista finding folks open. And he is finding his own looks as well. I'd like to think he'll play a little bit more against Jamaica tomorrow. Ocampo can't hit on the pass from Valdez. Batista spinning. Count it. And the foul. Juan Batista. Cordova picks up the foul on the Batista layup. And Batista has an opportunity to get Dominican Republic back within 10 with this free throw. And he does. Big time minutes for number 44 in white. He has 7 points, and he's been a +8 on the floor. His defense has been contagious to the Dominican Republic. Once again, Ocampo with the sky hook. Batista on the rock, crossing over. Galicia probably should have took the first initial jump shot that was open for him. Now it's a deep three, Jimenez. That's way off. Ill-advised shot that time. Two-on-one opportunity for Dominican Republic. Offensive foul. No basket. Victor Valdez drawing the foul on Jimenez. I thought Jimenez did a good job of getting out of the way of that offensive foul. The referees thought otherwise. And it stays at 71-59 in favor of Mexico with 5:35 remaining in the game. Lopez with a great drive and finish. Garcia driving in that time. He'll go to the line for 2 shots on the blocking foul. Ocampo will pick up the foul. Ocampo was in good position defensively to draw the charge, but he moved at the last second as Garcia was coming in with a full head of steam. Edwin Daniel will check back into the game for the Dominican Republic. Jose Jimenez will sit. Jorge Dominguez will check into the game for Mexico. Daza as well, number 13 in green. Campo will sit. Garcia knocks down the second free throw, missed the first one. So it's a 13-point lead. Valdez. Corner three on the way, no good. And Daniel clears the boards. Daniel slipped on a wet spot, fell on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball. And possession arrow in favor of Mexico. And that will lead us to a timeout here with 4 minutes and 59 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Mexico calls time. 73-60 is your score. You see the game leaders. Camacho leading the way in points and rebounds. Valdez up to 10 assists now. And the top scorers across the board. So Valdez now 4 rebounds shy of a triple-double. He has 13 points, 10 assists. He's been at plus 11 tonight in 32 minutes of play. And this Juan Batista was sitting on the bench for the first 3 quarters and a bit. He's only played 5 minutes in the game, but he has 7 points, and he's been a +5 for the Dominican Republic. He's going to need some help to get back in this game, however. With the 13-point lead, time slowly starting to run out on the Dominican Republic's efforts of trying to beat Mexico here in the group stage at the 2021 Centrobasket U17 Championship. If Mexico is able to hold on and win this one, they will sit at top Group B with a game against El Salvador coming up for them tomorrow. Tip-off for that one will be 8:30 local time. Still some time left for the Dominican Republic to try and climb back in this game. Alcantara clears the boards after that missed 3. So keys into the game, number 10 in green for Mexico. Rare 3 for Daniel, and he knocks it down. Back to a 10-point lead. Lopez. Almost gave it up, and he did. Edwin Daniel, Linares. He tried to feed it down low. Can't get it to go. That ball last touched by Mexico. Will stay here with 4:04 to play. So window of opportunity open for Dominican Republic. There's still plenty of time in this game, and they're only down 10. Mission number 1 was to get it to 10. Mission number 2 will be to get it to single digits and slowly chip away. Put some pressure on Mexico to have to execute in the half court. Getting the wet spots wiped up, that's what's taking so long here. So important for these players to have a safe court to play on. Now that that's done, we're ready to go. Batista fading away. That's not going to fall. And Camacho will push the other way. Soki. Valdez. Thought about the 3. He'll put it on the deck instead, and he turned it over. Some sloppy offense now from Mexico. Alcantara. Cross-court pass. Liberato forcing up a shot. Can't get it to go. Ball pinballs around. And it's finally vacuumed in by Camacho. Camacho has a double-double tonight. 18 points, 11 rebounds. Another turnover for Mexico. Batista. Alcantara. Rejected inside. Good hustle defense getting back. Batista probably should have took the layup there, folks. He had an open lane, but a little too unselfish. So the Dominican Republic getting opportunities here, but they can't cash in. And that leads to a timeout. 3:07 to play. It's a 10-point game. The Dominican Republic still very much in it. Here are the leaders. Galicia points, 15. See the rebounding number for Edwin Daniel. 16 big rebounds, 9 points. That's the 3, but Daniel hit. That got momentum for the Dominican Republic. All the credit in the world to them. Here's the Batista play. I thought he should have took the layup there instead of passing that off. He would have had a chance to reduce this lead down to 8 if that converted. With the block shot from behind and going out of bounds leads to the timeout. There's not plenty of time left in this game, but there is enough time to put some pressure on Mexico for the Dominican Republic. A great timeout, in my opinion, from Coach Moreno. For an Alcantara screen. Garcia hesitating, pulls for 2, and hits. It's an 8-point game, folks. Dominican Republic battling back, showing some heart here. As the host nation having to execute now to close this thing out. The winner of this game will be first place in Group B. This is Valdez. Probing. Valdez. An awkward push shot there, but it falls. 15 points for Valdez. Galicia responds quickly. Tough layup for Galicia. He has 19. Camacho. Looking for help. Driving baseline. Ocampo behind the back to Camacho, and he got it to go over the outstretched hands of Edwin Daniel, which hasn't been easy to do. As Daniel 7 blocks tonight. Pick and roll action. The ball squirts out, and guess who's on the ground diving for it? Valdez. Dominican Republic needs to stop here. 10-point game. Mexico looking to close it out. Valdez can't get it to go. Tried the Rondo move with a fake behind the back pass layup attempt, and then Galicia gave it away. Camacho smartly saying, hey, settle down, let's use the clock. Dominguez back to Valdez. Valdez looking for help. A 3 on the way, no good. So Key wanted to put the nail in the coffin there, but could not knock down the triple. That leads to a timeout, 1:03 remaining. The Dominican Republic want to talk, as their chances of being in first place tonight are slowly slipping away. We'll take the timeout with it. Some of the highlights here from the fourth quarter. It is a 10-point game with Mexico in front 77-67. 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining in the game. The Dominican Republic trying to battle back. There's that charge play there by Jimenez that Valdez picked up. I thought initially on live action it looked as though Jimenez did enough to avoid the contact, and I don't think he did. So the correct call by the officials that time. So out of the timeout, let's see what the DR are able to pull together. Mexico 1 foul away from being in the penalty. We'll have to be careful there. They do not want to foul and have the clock stopped with the Dominican Republic trying to get back in this game. Daniel for 3, left it short. Alcantara on the offensive rebound, can't get it. Look at Daniel crash the board. He wanted that one. Missed the 3-point opportunity there, so he'll have to earn it at the foul line, which has been an adventure for him. Not the greatest of foul shooters. He is 2 of 6 from the foul line, and some important throws about to come. What a night, though, for Edwin Daniel. His noise is being made. Daniel misses another free throw. He's 2 of 7 from the foul line. He has 9 points, 17 rebounds, and 7 blocks. Great night so far for Edwin Daniel. Oh, they get a turnover, does the Dominican Republic. And Coach Cabrera putting his hands on his head. Can't believe it. Mexico really making this interesting here with 45 seconds remaining. A 3 here could make it extremely interesting. And don't forget the fact that Mexico is also in the penalty. So fouls will send the Dominican Republic to the line. Oh no, Edwin Daniels stepped out of bounds. Tough play there for the Dominican Republic. They had a chance to try and cut into this lead, and Daniel turned it over. Timeout for Mexico they want to discuss, as they're up 10 with 43 seconds remaining in the game. 10-point game in favor of Mexico. A win will put Mexico in great position to enter the knockout stage with the top seed from Group B. They are the defending champions here at the U17 Centrobasket. They won gold in 2019 in Puerto Rico, defeating Puerto Rico in the final. Right now, they're 40 seconds away from beating the Dominican Republic for the second straight time in the Centrobasket group stages. So Key didn't get the shot off in time, but Mexico did their job in killing as many seconds off the clock as they could. This is a must-score possession now for the Dominican Republic. They don't necessarily need a three, but they need a basket in the worst way. They'll get an opportunity at a three. No good. Liberato missed that one. Galicia with the offensive rebound and shot. No good there. Shot clock is turned off. And it looks like Mexico is going to go to 2-0 here at the 2021 U17 Centrobasket Championship. The host nation defeating Jamaica in their first game, and they're about to put the bow on a victory over the Dominican Republic for the second straight Centrobasket at the U17 level. And as Mexico gets set to jump to the #1 spot in Group B, we'll remind you that tomorrow we have game day 3 with thrilling games across the board. It all gets started at 11:30 local time with Costa Rica and Panama. That game will be for first place in Group A. And Mexico jump into first place in Group B with a 77-67 win over the Dominican Republic. There's the shooting percentages tonight. Dominican Republic losing a lot of points at the foul line. Who knows what this game could have been like if they made their free throws. The assist numbers impressive for both those teams. Both the coaches will hope that they can clean up some of the mess as they move throughout this championship week. Camacho, the high man with 20 points, leading the way for Mexico. Great game by Valdez. So that's the final game here on match day 2. Mexico with the victory, defeating the Dominican Republic 77. Local time, Puerto Rico will play Aruba at 2:30 local time. Then in Group B action, Jamaica and the Dominican Republic, a battle for the second seed will be on the line as those two teams are 1-1. The winner there will lock in the second seed and move on to the knockout stage. That game will tip at 5:30 local time, and the final game of the round robin will see the hosts Mexico take on El Salvador. And Mexico in a good spot to wrap up the top seed in Group B. Hope you enjoyed the action. We will see you tomorrow here from Mexicali, Mexico. You are watching the 2021 Centrobasket U17 Championship. Mexico victorious over the Dominican Republic 77-67. Have a good night, everyone.